Think you can change your mind after signing? Not always. When you're purchasing property in New South Wales, there are two circumstances that once you've signed, you're locked in, there is no going back, and you will lose your 10% deposit. When you're buying a property at auction and you attend, register, and bid and win on the day or enter into negotiations post auction, if you sign that contract, you are locked in. It is signed, sealed, and delivered. And if you want to change your mind, you cancel that contract, you can lose your 10% deposit as well as any penalties or potentially get sued for damages. So, this is something you need to know. Don't go to an auction and bid unless you are ready to commit 110%. Some people don't realize that if they win the auction and they do all the due diligence, get the contract checked, do a building and pest inspection, they can't get finance or anything like that, there is no subject to building and pest, no subject to finance clause in a standard contract for sale in New South Wales. So watch out. The second situation where once you have signed, you are 110% locked in is if your solicitor or conveyancer issues a Section 66W certificate. This is a document, a one-pager, that is drafted, issued, and signed by your solicitor or conveyancer that effectively notes that they have advised you that by the 66W certificate being issued, you do not have a cooling off period. It's just like signing an auction contract. So you will be well advised, usually under these circumstances. And if it's an auction campaign, it's a common request, or a non-Sydney Metro matter. Sometimes they ask for a Section 66W certificate in that circumstance, as well as some off the plan or unregistered land matters. So you need to get the right advice from your solicitor and conveyancer or your broker, your lender, accountant. Get all the due diligence and advice done before this is issued. If you've been in this situation and you've got some comments, drop them in the post that you're watching this on. I want to know and hear about what you've seen around. And if you've liked this content, please do me a favor. Like, follow, and subscribe on the channel you're watching on. I really appreciate you.